to the Phoenix Blue update on Tuesday the 3rd of May, presented this morning by Tom Colley. A very quiet day in the markets as we anticipated yesterday. We had absolutely no news on our red flag list for yesterday. The markets were therefore very subdued and, as we anticipated, predominantly respected technical levels. Today is very much the same. We only have two pieces of news, both come relatively early this morning. We have the business climate number out of the euro, and we have the inflation report hearings where the Governor of the Bank of England, Carney, and his staff go in front of the Parliamentary Select Committee. The first of these rarely creates any significant movement in the market. The second one here does have a risk element on the pound if something unexpected is said. But other than that, as you can see, a very quiet day. So we somewhat anticipate more of the same from yesterday. Technical levels will prevail as the market moves on its normal uninterrupted course, of course, unless we get something that comes particularly out of the US or maybe in relation to Brexit or whatever. So over to the charts. The dollar index, it broke $97 yesterday, is sitting around 96.80 at the moment. Little more to say there. Next target area is about $96, just looking at round numbers here on the way down. No sign of any recovery yesterday. Well, that's not really true. There's a bit of a spike up through the day, but certainly the close well into the lower half of the bar yesterday, so bearish in that respect. The yen yesterday, somewhat static. It didn't seem to be moving along with the other currencies like the euro and the Swissy relative to the dollar. So very much the same picture where we were yesterday, and somewhat of a consolidation, if not quite a box range yet. We're in here at the moment. So this is a market that is a little bit wait and see. We need to see a push below this 110.25 level or a push above 111.75 before we get any sort of action or direction in this market in order that we can trade. Clearly the preferred direction at the moment will be to the downside here, along with dollar weakness. Over on the euro, well, the euro yesterday broke the 1.12 level quite clearly. Good strong bullish bar, and really looking for further movements to the long side here. We've got our next target about 1.13. You can see a couple of a zone here that I've been looking at on an intraday basis, but I don't think there's anything clear there yet at this moment in time, due to how quiet the market's been. So I think we'll be staying out of this market today. Over on the pound, well, very much a doji day, as you can see on the pound yesterday. I have an order in through at this level, the 28. I think it's 2870, something in that range through here, which is an end of day trade. And then also I have I'm looking at this 1.31 level here, which is also a daily level, but I'm only looking at it as an intraday trade. I'm looking to short this for a small target, irrespective of which way the market moves. The pound has been resisting the fall in the dollar more so than other currencies. So I would expect, if prices push to that level, to see a reaction at that round number. Over on the Kiwi, well, you can see short entry here triggered. We were looking to get short through this level. You can see here just above the entry, the tip of this double top, this major double top here. We've got a tip through there, close through there. You can see we've broken through there. I'm concerned if we break through 7,500 as a big round number. This always was a relatively high risk trade. We are fighting in this trade a dollar weakness. so it's quite, we would, based on dollar weakness, we would expect the Aussie to the long side. I will be looking to get risk off the table in this one as soon as possible. Just looking at a live chart, it looks like 0.75 is being rejected on a 1 hour chart at the moment. So hopefully we'll get enough of a move to get our stock to break even, half our risk off the table as we do, and then effectively the trade will be free. So if it comes back to break even again, we'll have taken a small profit. But we do still have a view that targeting initially a double bottom down in conjunction with this rising trend line here. Over on the Kiwi, well, we broke through a significant level around 69.50 yesterday. We had a box range here that's been broken out of. Significant level through here. You can see the opens and closes through that level. We've got a falling trend line, so we've got confluence there. We're looking for a pullback to our entry there around 69.50 to take this to the long side. That one would clearly be in line with the dollar. However, having said that, Kiwi has pushed on through 7,000 already this morning. I was rather hoping that that round number would contain price, allow it to pull back to our entry, but our entry's still there. If it doesn't pull back, nothing we can do. We will just be waiting for a further entry intraday, or for one of our other significant levels to be reached. 70.50 looks like another potential zone through here, potentially later in the day, which would still give us the opportunity to pull back into that entry. Okay, here we have the Canadian dollar. Again, I have a resting order down here for a long trade off a significant end of day level. However, before that, with this channel formation here, I will be interested in long trades at 33.85, dependent on what happens next. On an intraday basis, we've had a move down here, and I'm looking for a potential pullback through to this level through here. If you look at this zone here on an intraday chart, you'll see a series of tips all down at this level through here, offering us a nice entry, re-entry back from there. So that would be the CAD to the short side, and we would be targeting this 33.85 zone here in conjunction with this trend line stroke bottom of the channel, and at which point potentially we have a stop and reverse back to the top of the channel, or certainly to the long side. If that breaks, obviously, then my resting order at that significant level below will come into play. Okay guys, that's it for today. As I've said, there's not a lot happening in the markets overall. Our interest really lies in the Aussie and the Kiwi today. Will that Aussie trade turn? Will we get the opportunity to get into Kiwi at that really nice entry I showed you a moment ago? Do trade carefully, accept the risk totally when you enter a trade. I talked about that Aussie trade and it being against the movement of the dollar at the moment. That meant it was a more risky trade. If you aren't willing to accept any risk, don't enter a trade like that. If you are concerned about it but still want to enter it, reduce your risk, or do as I did and accept the risk and just trade it as a normal trade, and if you lose, you lose. That's trading. Okay guys, speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.